Whenever you want to get charged, you must go into meditation. In your worldly activity, in your physical activity, in your mental activity, in your intellectual activity, you have to expend a lot of energy to get the work done. When you are doing work, the energy is getting discharged. And gradually you will come at a low point of energy. Then that is the time for you to recharge yourself through closing your eyes and observing your breathing. Normal, natural, easy, soft, simple, tender, peaceful, tranquil breathing. The science of meditation says when you are with the breath, the mind becomes empty. The mind is the barrier between outside energy and body's energy. So when the mind becomes empty, that outside energy flows into the body. We are all gods. So, right from headache to cancer, all things would vanish once you are sitting comfortably and closing your eyes and observing your breathing. No mantras whatsoever. So, when you are with the breath, the vast energy, they flow into the body's vessel and all problems vanish, A to Z. All questions are answered, A to Z. You just need to close your eyes in your own home and keep observing the breathing. The mind wanders, but bring it back to the breath. After some time of this ding-dong battle, then you stay with the breath. The science of meditation is the mother of all other sciences. The science of the spirit is the source of all other sciences of matter. Everything is psychosomaticity. That is what we learn in spiritual science.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear friends and masters. A very warm welcome to our 21 days of miracle journey together. I'm Sonal Ajmera Doshi from St. Louis, Missouri. And as your host, I'm beyond thrilled to share this transformative journey along with you. But before we begin, I want to share my own story of healing, profound growth, and rediscovery. For years, I struggled with depression, feeling stuck in victim mentality, was feeling heavy. Every day was a challenge. But of course, it was all internal, right? Outside, I was living a real happy facade life. And when I discovered Buddha CEO platform and did a regular meditation along with Chandra Sir as my mentor and all the other masters, through consistent regular practice, I began to see this profound sense of freedom within me. This last 2.5 years with Buddha CEO has truly been unparalleled and happiest journey for me. Depression slowly lifted. I started to see the world in a fresh eyes. I rediscovered my creativity, dropped deep-seated fears, learned to embrace uncertainty, stop this blaming and claiming, learned about, working in a medical field. I thought I knew it all. And little did I realize how ignorant I was, all of my pain and emotional suffering was lack of knowledge. This program has truly empowered me from within. It has helped me to find a happy place that's within me. I look forward to getting up every morning. By being associated, as a volunteer, it only opens so many doors. Every day I'm learning different skills. Mentally, I am so much more healthier. Emotionally, I am at a place where I learned about emotional quotient and realized that how I can still be loving, compassionate, but at the same time, not take things personally. It tremendously helped my relationship, with my own self first, then with the community. My physical health improved, my iron counts improved, all those regular, at the end of the day, what we have, body aches and pains improved. Completely reduced all the physical stress, anxiety. The benefits of this program is enormous and completely unparalleled. And I'm sure that all of you will see that too, that over the next 21 days, you will see tremendous personal growth, reduce in stress and anxiety. I learned about epigenetics, got this spiritual scientific understanding of why I'm doing what I'm doing. From knowing to doing, more closer to being, and realizing that, it is not any destination that I'm getting to, it's the journey itself. So happy that all of you are here, and I'm privileged to be your host for this week. I also am facilitating Spark One, Miracle Spark One group. So looking forward to connect and see how I can make this journey beautiful for you, all of you. Little about the foundation. For all those, masters who are here and eternally grateful, forever growing platform, So Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation is a nonprofit public spiritual trust registered in India and was founded and managed by successful corporate leaders inspired by Grand Meditation Master Brahmarshi Patriji and mentored by Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan Sir, Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam. The foundation is operating globally with volunteers and participants across several countries. The foundation provides transformative meditation wisdom and techniques in a compassionate and a friendly environment with a scientific voice to business leaders, entrepreneurs, government officers, corporate employees, and aspiring leaders, including graduating students. The foundation program, based on meditation and manifestation techniques, combine modern science, including quantum physics, neuroscience, and epigenetics. They enable participants to transform inside out and empower them to live their dreams and grow their organization successfully. As participants learn and practice breath mindfulness meditation regularly, they get inspired to inculcate corporate social spiritual responsibility and build a more vibrant workspace, harmonious communities, and peaceful world. And it's such an honor who truly, transformed my life. And I'm eternally grateful to have a mentor as Chandra Sir. We dearly call him Chandra Sir. Chandra Pulimasetti is the founder of the Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation and a former vice president at IBM. His success, including his company's acquisition, is attributed to meditation and manifestation techniques. Inspired by Brahmashri Patriji, he has learned from various masters and has over 20 years of meditation experience. He teaches meditation to leaders and professionals, conducts advanced retreats, and is involved in meditation service activities. Chandra Sir envisions a world where leaders transform into a Buddha CEO and contributes this cause to significantly. With that, sir, I hand over to you. Looking forward to this journey with you. Very warm welcome, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonalji. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation originated from Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. I met a grand meditation master, the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, in the year 1999. Brahmarshi Patriji, who founded, after exploring many meditation organizations, looking for those who are providing the simplest technique in the truth in the simplest way, and not satisfied, so he founded Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Jnanan Muktihi, knowledge liberates. You heard this. Knowledge liberates us from suffering. The more we understand, the more we increase our understanding and then able to hold that with us, apply it in our life, then we get liberated from suffering, because everything is simply an interpretation and meaning as the interpretation. Every experience in our life is interpreted one way or the other, either good or bad. And so then, for Patriji, either there is meditation is not appropriate in organizations, or is too difficult to follow for everybody, or not natural, or the knowledge is not there, is not appropriate, is more limiting. So he founded Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement with an idea of providing New Age spiritual science, New Age meditation science, along with simple meditation technique. So I met him in the year 99 through my medical doctor brother, Dr. GK. And he would tell me that meditation gives you success in life. Of course, you're always saying that meditation heals the body, but meditation also gives you success. As a computer science engineer, I was not reluctant as an executive in corporate world. No, I was very reluctant to even look at that statement because the biggest myth I had about meditation was that it is only to be for practice when you have a lot of time on hand and at retirement. But after understanding these scientific elements of meditation, and then after journeying with Patriji for a long time, very quickly I recognized within the first few months that meditation is simply making an individual from a limited self to an unlimited self. Meditation is making an individual from a separate being to a one being or a whole being. Meditation is making an individual from who is suffering from a lot of stress and anxieties into somebody very, very joyful constantly at every moment. Meditation is making someone to be working in the limitations of the mind or of the confines of the environment that we have received to going into a more open, innovative growth mind. But most importantly, meditation is giving a direction to the self. So rather than being here, there, meditation is helping an individual to align to something very, very meaningful in their life, what we call purpose of life. When I took to this practice seriously in the year 2002, and then a few weeks later, I realized I was changing from inside significantly. Whatever that we heard from Sonalji, it was happening to me. I started looking at people differently. I dropped judgments about people. I started becoming very positive in our thought process. The awareness was building that anything negative, anything disastrous would come in, then automatically you would move yourself towards a more positive approach. Automatically, you'd move yourself away from things that you do not want where we put our attention. 95% of the time, according to research, we are thinking about things that are either unwanted or they're redundant. About stock market, about traffic, about how this person has done or whatever, about business losses, about floods, about world issues, about wars, politics. And you open them, everything has got so much negativity in it. And the focus and attention in general has been on what is failing, what is not working. But according to quantum physics principles, according to placebo research, according to several successful leaders around the world, and according to even spiritual science scriptures, the only one thing that consistently comes out is that our thoughts are influencing constantly our outer reality. Our thoughts and then our energy, which is generated, the feeling that is generated with the thoughts and from the past that we have accumulated, together is called our personality or the state of being is impacting our outer experience constantly. If 95% of the time you're thinking negative, thinking worried about things, if we're feeling stressful about things, we're feeling anxious about things, then if thoughts draw experiences is true, then one must be drawing such experiences. That was the case with me too. While I was very successful from a business or from the work perspective, yet always looking at something that is not there. I still didn't get the best project. I still haven't got that promotion. I still did not get that extra hike or whatever. These are the thoughts that we would have. And then the persons are still being very biased. Some things didn't come to you, then immediately the first thing that goes is to judge others. Judgment. Judgment means feeling helpless about situations and then simply putting the blame on someone. That means we do not take responsibility. When I walked the journey with Patriji and when I explored this meditation that we're going to learn and practice shortly, explored for a few weeks, my life was changing. My thought process changed. As my thought process changed, the people around me started showing up differently towards me. They were biased before I thought, but they're no longer biased. They seem to be working with me greatly. I thought they're not cooperating, but that's not the case anymore. Situation, the way I would interpret situations changed. Rather than thinking everything about me and then mine, automatically it changed and then started looking from others' perspective. Call this empathy. That awareness about in any given moment, if certain things did not happen the way you wanted, you go to your client and things did not happen. Earlier, simply blaming, instead the awareness is there and say, okay, no problem. So we can still go back here again. Okay, there must be some reason of why there is a disagreement here. So we can go back, we can fix things. The approach has changed rather than going into a blame or suffering mode. So I became free again. As my mind changed, the stress dropped. According to medical experts, 90% of the illnesses are due to the body stress. Stress is consistent, sustained negative or unwanted thought and feeling and emotion in our mind and body. If you're consistently and if you are regularly thinking and feeling bad and sad and low about situations that happened yesterday, day before yesterday, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, how this person is not there, how the business failure is really caused my life to go down the drain, or whatever that is, I keep thinking and thinking and thinking and feeling bad, then that is causing immense amount of interference with the body functioning. And slowly, 90% or more than that of the health is deteriorating. I became very, very free again. Very free, very light in my body. My body started responding. I used to have chronic backache. It started healing. A backache that would come initiate L0, it started healing automatically. Stress is the number one reason for several illnesses. I used to have an ear, nose, throat condition which would prevent me from flying easily. Taking a flight and coming down used to be a lot of fearful thing for me because that would cause a lot of pain in my ears. But that has vanished within 4 months, in spite of me suffering and then checking with so many experts for years before that. 4 months after this practice of meditation, things dramatically start shifting. My health significantly is better. It's so much energy. Thought process change, people changing, connecting to more people, becoming more friendly. My goals started expanding. And so then along the way, then the moment I understood, my goals started expanding that no, whatever you think, things become true. Thoughts create reality. I was the most skeptic about this whole concept then. Because for me, everything was the other person, everything is a situation that is causing something to not happen. My promotion did not come, it's because of the company, because my boss did not recommend. The client did not do the meetings, because of them that this product did not get sold. It's not us. I did everything right. Always is the blaming somebody else. But that whole process changed. What we recognize, the more we understood the thoughts create reality, the process of putting blame or feeling helpless or feeling negative or thinking negative, this is not happening, that's not happening, would create exactly that. And so then awareness builds, and then with meditation, the process of thinking changes. Shift of mindset happens. So meditation gave me the direction and helped me and helps everybody in three ways. We have body, we have mind, we have energy. We have body, we have mind, we have energy. And in scriptures, it's called body, mind, soul, body, mind, consciousness. Whatever that name is, we have body, we have mind, and we have that intelligence, a consciousness, that energy. In quantum physics terms, we call all that energy, quantum energy field. We have three. That energy, the field of intelligence, that energy that is there, something that is, or we also can call it intuition, something that is there, which is constantly guiding us. There are three things. Meditation heals all three. Meditation helps to heal our body very, very naturally and make it very, very energetic, very naturally. When body is not cooperating, we are not able to do many things. We are only worried about ourselves. We know this. The moment body doesn't cooperate, all our attention goes on the body. Suddenly, we drop everything that we do with others. You planned a travel, you pull out of it. You plan to be part of this project, you pull out of it. You are there in a family get-together, you pull out of it. Many things happen so that our whole life gets withdrawn when body is not cooperating. So meditation, first thing is fixing the body naturally, increasing the energy of the body, the resilience of the body. Second thing that's happening is that meditation reshapes the mind. Average 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day for a stressful person. 95% redundant and negative. Meditation helps to pull away or remove all of them. It helps to disengage from the past. It helps one to disengage from the past because thoughts come based on the past memories. And slowly works on disengaging from the past so that we come into what we call present or the mindfulness. Because the past is gone, then generally the worries of the future also reduce. It is the past which drives a lot of behavior, so that gets disengaged. Unnecessarily keep thinking about, worrying about things because based on the past, based on what somebody told, based on what the reports we read. The second thing, as the mind is shifting, meditation works on something called subconscious programs. 90% of our life events are driven through the programs that each one of us have. This is science, research now. 90% of our life events are driven through a subconscious program. Is also called personality, or is also called a belief system. Everybody forms a belief system with people, situations, places. A belief system that when I work in let's say in a company, in a corporate company, says that, okay, the MNCs are exploiting people, a belief system based on certain conditions. And so then because we have this belief system, then we would behave certain way and say an MNC offer, I will not want to take it potentially. Or a belief system, MNC, work-life balance won't be there. Different times you have to do different things, belief system. And so then we don't even approach. On the contrary, there are so many people who have great work-life balance in MNC working for it and then vouch for it as such a great thing. The belief systems drive our life differently. A belief system says that medical experts told me this condition will not heal. And so then we will never let it heal because our thoughts are continuously saying, this is not healing. My age is a factor. My family, my hereditary is a factor. And so we hold on to the belief system. And so then that never heals. But now contrary, when we have intense, heightened thought and feeling about a future experience, our body is responding to the thought signal. And so then cells are upregulating to produce new genes to new protein, and upregulate the genes to produce new protein, and so then reconstruct cells to repair. And so many healings have taken place in the meditation process and the change of mindset. So the second thing, dear friends, is happening is that the mind shifts many limitations that we form ourselves. I can't do this. I don't have this. People are like this. Situations are so bad, and then life is difficult. All those limitations completely go away. Which are simply we place limitations on ourselves. So all of that disappears when we practice this meditation, along with we understand a little bit of the science of meditation called wisdom. Patrizi recommended many books and kept reading books, one after the other, New Age spiritual science books. There are books on scientific experimentation, where they're talking about, the proving how when we meditate, for example, automatically our thought process, the frequency of thought drops and drops and the drops and drops. There are different frequency thoughts in our brain. When we sit down and close our eyes and meditate for a few minutes, automatically the thought frequencies, basically all the high frequency thoughts, which are not necessarily very beneficial, drop. And so then what is left is the most beneficial thought frequencies called theta and delta. When they did enough scientific experimentation, we find this in a book called Mind to Matter, and a book called You Are the Placebo, and many other books that have come here today in the recently, we understand that in a delta state, there is something called growth hormone that gets produced plenty. And so then body is powering itself. Otherwise, the growth hormone is dwindling in production in the body. But with meditation, the growth hormone produces plenty. Anti-cancer hormones are produced greatly in that state of delta. State of delta, we have the most profound, mystical, blissful experiences, which is causing us to feel the connection with every individual. We are in quantum physics. We are fundamentally 99.99% is emptiness and energy. 0.01% is matter, the body, the environment, everything that we see is only 0.0001%. That's quantum physics. Quantum physics tell us that everything is emptiness and energy. Everything, 99.9999%. I was intrigued when I read this statement, and then I went and verified. And every book I see, this is true, that at a microscopic level, when you go into the subatomic level, there they find everything emptiness and all filled with energy. 99.9999999911%. That means nearly 100% is emptiness and energy. Yet we find everything as matter. We are putting our attention on this tiny matter according to that. But the point is, in the energy, we're all one as connected. If everything is energy, we are energy. And energy is a wave and a field, so it's all connected like waves, like light bulbs. And so meditation helps us to go beyond this physical dimension to experience that connection as energy. So the third thing that happens, dear friends, with meditation, first thing is that our body heals. The second thing, our mind shifts. And so then we remove limitation. And so then we start experiencing life greatly. Our visions expand. The third thing is happening is that this intelligence out there, the energy field of intelligence, field of that intuition, we connect to it, we draw help from it. We tune in to an infinite field of potentiality. And so then we're drawing help. And then so most miraculously, we start experiencing life differently. The words that you will hear in most often in meditation circles is that I never expected that this would happen to me in my life. I never thought I will do this. Oh, this happened so miraculously. This just showed up. I just thought about it, and then I'm seeing it here. I've got this promotion. I'm able to go and experience. I thought I would meet this great master. I went and met the master. I never thought I even knew that anything about my past. And I got to know about my past. Most miraculously, it helps us to connect with this infinite dimension field called consciousness, intelligence, intuition, whatever that is. And so then life becomes miraculous. It happened to me, dear friends, in my life. I couldn't imagine that while I was working full time, because my only mind was that, okay, I'm so busy, nothing I can do. But parallel to, as I came into meditation, I recognized I gained 4 hours of sleep time extra, 4 hours extra time in a day because my sleep requirements came down. And so, and then unwanted stuff went away. And suddenly I became very productive. And so I have 4 hours of extra time. And I was able to do so much of meditation service in parallel to my job, no matter how, wherever I travel. Another job of meditation service, nearly giving another 40, 50 hours a week, while I was also equally continuing my IT job. Apart from doing several initiatives, but then it is possible that one can do, then I was able to contribute to a beautiful meditation center called Pyramid Valley International, that is in Bangalore, formed by Patriji as a board member, to be able to build and sustain and help it through from nothing to today, where more than 4 million people have been taught free meditation since the time it is founded. The project starts with nothing, with a thought and intention, and then with a belief that things can happen. So then we navigated, and so the project was created, and then already 4 million people, that 40 lakh people nearly, have learned meditation. Everything happened so miraculously. I was never expecting, never thinking it's possible to have even build this thing there. Today, Buddhasya Quantum Foundation is spreading this meditation significantly with a scientific understanding to hundreds of thousands of people in a very short 4 years of time. When we met Patriji, when I journeyed with Patriji, somewhere along, he said this meditation is to go in a most scientific, structured way to the leadership. Leaders have a lot of resources. They have wisdom, they have money, they have resources, they have knowledge, they have, the most efficient way of utilizing time. And so then if they understand the meditation process, and then if they recognize the all-round benefits, then of course, then it can be going into everybody, into every organization, every community. The influential capacity is more. And so then with that objective, I resigned my job from a company, IBM Corporation, which acquired a software company prior to that, where then I worked at IBM for a few years, and then so and then founded Buddhasya Quantum Foundation with Vani and one of my managers at IBM, general manager, Lawrence. So then many came together. So here, we've done hundreds of programs in the last 4 years. And then now we are very proud. We're doing large conferences, creating intense awareness into the management, into the leadership, into the governments about the importance of meditation. So this program is one such program. Here, for 3 weeks, we're going to go and we learn and practice meditation every day. What is meditation? Meditation is observing our normal, natural breath to empty the mind and rest the mind. The objective is to rest the mind. Thousands of thoughts, many limited thinking, subconscious beliefs, thousands of thoughts in the conscious mind, and then several limitations in the subconscious mind are the neocortex or the limbic brain, 2 aspects of the brain. And then meditation is simply resting the mind and emptying the mind. We are body, we are mind, we are energy. Mind holds the form and then interprets the sensory perceptions, and so then always is experiencing the matter and separates from the energy. And so when the mind is rested, then we suddenly merge with the energy that is there, or the consciousness, the whole. When the mind is rested, as thoughts are driving, interfering into the functioning of the body, then body starts working greatly when the mind is rested. So it's all in the mind. It's called Raja Yoga. Hatha Yoga is dealing with the body. Raja Yoga is dealing with the mind. Raja Yoga is the king of yogas. And so meditation is, when appropriately done, is training the mind and emptying the mind and resting the mind. And so then many miraculous, magical things happen. So the process of meditation that we practice is called breath mindfulness meditation, or Anapana Sati meditation. This technique came from Gautama Buddha. Being with your in-breath and out-breath, the natural process. And it was tremendously popularized by Brahmarshi Patriji through Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, Buddhist Quantum Foundation, one of them, tremendously to millions of people, particularly through a meditation channel called Pyramid Meditation Channel, PMC. If you search for it, you'll find in many, many languages information about it. A dedicated meditation channel. So the technique comes from Gautama Buddha, who practiced many, many things, intense pranayamas, intense fasting, of many things that he practiced, but did not get satisfied. And so finally he sat down under a Bodhi tree and then tried to understand and say, what is this meditation? And then so he's trying, and then suddenly he started observing his natural breath. What is natural? The nature is always natural. Things happen effortlessly. Nature, Prakriti is natural. That means effortlessly things happen. So then Gautama Buddha, after trying many, many things that are unnatural ones, then he found this technique of a natural technique, which is simply looking at and saying, my breath is there, and I simply observe the breath the way it is. So when we close our eyes and observe our breath, then he discovered that suddenly mind starts becoming empty, thoughts start coming down. A simple process. Observing our natural in-breath and out-breath, anywhere in the nose as a reference point. And so when you observe the breath, mind starts becoming empty of thoughts. Slowly, slowly thoughts come down, and the mind becomes at some point empty. But we are in this reduced thought state. As the thoughts come down, we start experiencing some kind of emptiness, some kind of feeling of sensation or energy in our body. Potentially, may or may not experience. But one thing for sure, as the thoughts start coming down, we're going to start experiencing some kind of calmness, peace. There is peace starts prevailing, peace starts descending into our mind and body. We feel very relaxed. The relaxation response happens when our thoughts start coming down. And all we do for that is to start observing the breath. When you observe the breath, slowly thoughts come down. As thoughts come down, we may start experiencing something out there, very peaceful state, very stillness in the body, calmness, some kind of sensation, movement, energy. And then we shift our attention to all of that that's happening in our body at that point. Observing the breath is starting, but then as this happens, we shift our attention to whatever that may be happening in our mind, in our body at that time, and simply observing as a witness. We observe that for some time as it's happening to us, and we continue to be with it for the rest of the time of the meditation. But in the meanwhile, suddenly thoughts break. Meanwhile, suddenly that emptiness, the silence breaks and thoughts come. Thoughts come again. When thoughts come, we simply notice. When we notice thoughts are there, bring our attention back to the breath again. So we observe the breath, slowly, mind becomes empty. Reduce thoughts. We are finding some kind of calmness, peacefulness. Suddenly thoughts come. For some people, it lasts for a minute. Some people last for 1 second. Thoughts come again. When thoughts come, we simply recognize, okay, thoughts are there. Then I move our attention back to the breath and again observe the breath, anywhere in the nose. And again, slowly go into empty states. Again, thoughts come. Again, come back to the breath. Again, thoughts come. Again, come back to the breath. Again, thoughts come back to the breath. In between, when you're experiencing some kind of quietness, peace, calmness, a sensation in our body or mind, observe it. Observe it, what's happening to you. But thoughts are there, bring your attention back here again, and again observe the breath, and then slowly go into empty states. So this process repeats. Many people give up after first meditation because when they start closing their eyes and observing the breath, they start finding enormous amount of thought. Then put your attention to the breath. Again, another thought. Attention to the breath, another thought. Then they'll say, oh, open the eyes. No, it's not happening to me because I have too many thoughts. I can't empty the mind. This is a common conclusion. I repeat it. So when thoughts come and constantly stream of thoughts keep coming, and then we try to put our attention to the breath, again thoughts come, again breath, again thoughts come, we get restless. Because we have to begin with, we're restless anyway in many situations. And so then we conclude, oh, this is very, very difficult, I can't do. And then they stop the meditation right there on the first day and the second day, usually. But if you can understand the technique, it's not about emptying the mind itself, but observing the breath when thoughts are there. That's the technique. When thoughts come, please come back to the breath. Recognize that they can come 100,000 times in a half an hour period. Come back to attend to the breath. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Come back to attend to the breath. However difficult it is, and you will get a serious respite within very, very few days. And even though thoughts are there, meditations are always good because many a times we don't even recognize we have emptiness in between thought. So the posture for meditation is very, very simple. Let me explain here quickly, and then we go into our first meditation. The posture for meditation is this. If you are sitting in the chair, simply cross your feet at ankle, crossing your fingers into fingers, and resting them comfortably in your lap, and closing your eyes and observing your breath. When you observe the breath, as I mentioned, then slowly mind is becoming empty. If you're sitting on the floor, and not necessary, but if you prefer, you can sit on the floor, and then you can see as a picture there, you cross your feet, cross-legged, sit down cross-legged. Special asanas are not necessary by now, you can see based on the postures. But if you're comfortable, that's great. Any Padmasana, Siddhasana, if you are able to do, it's fine. But comfort of the body is important. Not proving to anybody anything about the body, but your comfort is important. If you're able to sit in any posture beyond what is shown here, but sincerely without having pains and distractions in the body for long enough period, then you take that asana. But otherwise, sit in the simple postures as is seen here. And if you need back support, rest your back comfortably. Your spine need not be erect when you're starting meditation. And when a comfortable posture, you simply rest your attention on your nose in the middle of the eyebrows and observe your normal, natural breath as it's going in and coming out. Your natural breath, no tampering of the breath. When you observe your natural breath slowly, thoughts come down. That's the technique. To bring the thoughts down, we don't observe the thought, we don't kill the thought, we don't stop the thought. Instead, we simply attend to the breath. Subtle observation. Don't change the breath process. If you're used to pranayama, don't try to do long and deep, slow breathing. Simply no rechaka, no puraka, no kumbhaka. Observing your breath the way it is, simply. And observe the natural breath on the nose. That a breath that is going in and coming out. Doesn't matter which nostril. Right? And simply observe the way it is, that breath, and slowly thoughts come down. And then now shift your attention to anything that you experience in your body and mind at that point, as the mind is going into the empty states. You feel some sensation, observe it. You feel some movement, observe it. You feel some kind of a vision in your mind, something that you didn't even think about, observe it. Whatever that's happening, observe it until the time you notice there are thoughts are there, you're thinking actively. So that is the time you come, bring your attention back to the breath. And again, start the process all over. Right, friends? So we're going to practice this for some time now. In our everyday session, we're going to do this meditation for about half the time. And then half the time, we talk about the science of meditation. Today being the first day, we're starting late. Never mind, we're going to complete this by about 7:15 a.m. India time, right? That's your batch one. But then, of course, we have multiple batches every day. Many people are joining worldwide into different batches at different timings. But generally, the program is about 1 hour, 15 minutes from the time it starts. And then there is an extra Q&A after that if people want to stay back. So let's go into the meditation practice, dear friends. Relax yourself. I'm going to play light music as we are practicing meditation. Music helps. I'll play light music. I will do guidance every now and then to help us to go into the deeper states of meditation. Relax yourself, dear friends, with your eyes closed. Relax your body. Remove the spectacles if you're wearing. Spectacles are not necessary for meditation, they distract. After removing the spectacles, with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands rested comfortably in your lap, crossing your feet at ankle, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, resting your attention on your nose, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows. Observe the breath, your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. When you observe the breath slowly, your mind becomes less and less of thought. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends. When you observe the breath, your mind slowly and slowly becomes less and less of thought. it is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly go into that empty states of mind. When you observe your breath, your mind slowly becomes empty. As your mind is becoming empty, all that energy is channelized into the present moment. You allow your body to function at its natural best. Be with your breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that calmness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of that emptiness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. As you merge into your breath, that's energy. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy, the field of consciousness. The field of infinite possibilities. The longer you stay connected to this calmness or emptiness, the more connected you are to this field of possibility, the more intuitive you become. The more miraculous you become. if you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly go into that emptiness, that calmness. Allow yourself to merge into the deeper states of emptiness, the stillness of yourself. This is the field of connection. Everybody and everything are connected in this field as energy. The more you stay aware of it, the more one you become. friends, at this time, I'd like you to express gratitude to all things and everybody. Gratitude to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection to life, to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Can you express gratitude to your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, everybody for helping you learn so many things? Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, for helping you fill your life with beauty, energy, mystery, and more. Your gratitude to everything you use, the technology, the system, the company, the governments that make your life very comfortable. And be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and to this intelligent universe for helping you experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. It's our first meditation. Congratulations for those of you who joined first time. We've done about half an hour meditation today. How many people have felt some kind of lightness in your body? You can write in the chat. Please open the chat for participants. So how many people felt lightness in your body? You can write lightness. I mean, if you felt heaviness in your body, some kind of energy movement, body movements are there that you felt your body is moving. Head is going forward, backward, body is lifting up. You had tingling sensation here. You had sensations in your body as electric currents, there's energy. You couldn't find your fingers. You were clasping your fingers, but you couldn't find your hands or fingers. I couldn't find your entire body. Your body is rotating. Feeling intense cold, I don't know, some sweating, some kind of intense feelings. Seeing colors. They all are possible. Tomorrow, we're going to understand what happens in meditation and what are these experiences, but everything is possible that there will be many, many energy experiences that some might have experienced. Some might have had some visions, dream-like states. In dreams, you'll see masters, you go places, you do many things. Some kind of visions could have been experienced too. Some of you had some intense feelings. Living memories. The feelings are there. They're coming out of some past memories. Could be laughter, could be crying, felt like expressing something deep. Is that possible? That all are possible. Because when in this meditation, when we are slowly forgetting the mind, we are resting the mind deeply, then we start experiencing infinite frequency field of the past, present, future. Many things are experienced simultaneously. But infinite frequency energy field, so we experience a lot of energy. We understand the science of energy as we go along this program, but all the experiences are valid. If some experience, that's great. Some did not experience, does not mean that you do not have a good meditation. Every meditation is good. The things are, we're observing the breath, we're going to empty state, little bit. By then thoughts come back again to the breath, observe the breath. But this happens for many people. Continuous stream of thoughts could be there for some, but it is okay. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Continue for a few days, at least for a week. We ask you to try, because the thoughts are there always, but then you will start finding it effortless and easy to when thoughts are there, bringing your attention back to the breath. That's all we get trained in this meditation. We don't get trained to become empty. Emptiness happens automatically. We get trained towards observing the breath. We get trained when thoughts are there, I bring our attention back to the breath. If we can catch this point, not stuck upon emptying the mind, and when you take that equation out and then simply catch the point, I'm attempting a process, observing the breath to empty the mind. If thoughts are there, again, bringing my attention back to the breath. Simple. You do these points, dear friends, and then come back to join for the next few days to try, and then how you feel, first timers. Of course, those who come back again, welcome back with your energy. It's going to help many new participants. I was told potentially there is a error in the communication that instead 6 a.m. it is sent at 6 p.m. And so probably many people have not joined in the morning. But now this gets fixed by tomorrow. So we will have many people join these 4 batches. What we are doing is that the batch 1, that is 6 a.m. India time, is live, that I'm there. And 2, 3, and 4, the recording gets replayed, but still beneficial, because when you come together as a group and meditate, it is 3 times more powerful. So batch 2 and 3 and 4 at different timings that have been announced there on the website. The recording gets replayed there, but Q&A here, every day we do the Q&A after 7:15 or 1 hour 15 minutes later. Those who want to do everyday Q&A interaction, then this is the batch. But on Tuesdays and Fridays, the Q&A happens in the remaining batches too, after the session is over, with the teacher there. Tuesdays and Fridays for other batches, batch 2, 3, and 4, Q&A is there. A batch 1, every day we interact. Okay. So this is as briefly about the structure of this program, about 40 minutes of meditation every day. Today we did half an hour. We're going to increase it by another 5 minutes tomorrow. By the end of the week, we'll be meditating roughly around 40 minutes or so. Some days that way, some days less. And the rest of the time, we'll understand science, we'll understand some philosophy of meditation, and understand different masters in this program. Different masters, as Gautama Buddha, whether it is Patriji, of how, some of the great masters, Ramana Maharshi, some of the great masters, how they're able to move into the states of ever calmness and empty states, and then how it transformed their life. There's so much science in meditation, all of it over a period of time in the next 3 weeks, we'll uncover and understand a bit by bit. Any announcements, Sonalji, before we conclude here for today? And then, as always, we stay back a little after the formal closing. We'll stay back here for anyone to interact, and particularly newcomers, if they have questions, you can put in the chat, I will answer. Or you can, of course, raise your hand to answer, but after the formal closing of the session. Yes, Sonalji.
Yes, sir. Hope friends, everybody's joined the WhatsApp group, and if you have registered for the program, you will receive an email with the WhatsApp group link, and please check your spam folders if you haven't received it. There's a lot of valuable knowledge and important communication happening in the group. So please don't miss out. We'll be posting the link in case if you haven't registered. So you can contact the foundation number also. You can see in the chat, there's a link posted. So please utilize that. With that, that's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I conclude, I see Aditi Mehdaji. Aditi ji, a little bit about your experience of meditation.
Well, first of all, I have to say that it's been so glad because I signed up for earlier meditations, but I couldn't make it. There were other circumstances. And I've also been busy doing a few things that were sort of, short on time or just urgent, emergent. So I'm very, very pleased to be back. I just was there with you for a very short meditation today, about 20-25 minutes, but it felt wonderful. I felt I was connecting back to the sort of kind of feeling of just that I used to get when I was more regular. So I'm very happy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chandra.
Thank you. That's great. We hope to see you here for this program. Thank you. Mr. Mehdi Hassan. Few words about your experience of meditation. You have to unmute yourself. Not able to unmute?
Yes, sir. Now it's okay. Thank you, sir. I practiced meditation last few months, and I am feeling very happy and good. It makes me lightened and focused more. I am enjoying every day. Sir, today it made me some vibration. That means I am feeling some moving. And I am happy to join this program. I want to learn more and practice more.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for joining. And more friends of you have joined from your country?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have two friends. They also joined in this program.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you very much for joining. We'll meet back again at the same time tomorrow. The meditation will start early from tomorrow. And then our attempt to complete the meditation by 7 a.m. That means 1 hour into the session, we'd like to complete the meditation and then utilize the rest of the time for having some talks and sharing of experiences. So more on the structure of the program tomorrow. Thank you very much. And then after a short 15-second break, we'll open up for some more questions if anybody wants to interact. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful.
Hi friends, we will be having our Q&A session in few minutes. Stay back and please raise your hands whoever wants to ask their questions. I had seen some couple of questions in the chat. If you want to share your experience also, feel free to raise your hand, friends. We'll take some sharings from the participants now. We'll unmute you once you raise the hands. Yes, Malleshwari madam, you can unmute yourself and you can share
Yeah,
your
hi.
experience.
Hi, friends. It's my pleasure rejoining like a Buddha CEO another session. I'm Malleshwari. I live in USA. I've been practicing. I'm here today to share my experience, ma'am.
Sure,
Is that okay?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
can
I
share it.
don't have any question, but I would like to bring here like my journey with the meditation.
Sure, ma'am. You can share your
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. So I've been doing meditation since 2020. From the day one, I felt like this is something like I shall experiment. So by profession, I am a scientist. So I wanted to see in and out of like in the as an experiment. I wanted to do this meditation. So I've been hearing that if you do continuous meditation, like you can clear all sorts of your health ailments. That's said like dhyanam sarvaroga nivarani. That means like just observing your own breath. Could you able to do that? I have seen several case studies. I listened several people's experiences. Then I experimented on myself, ma'am. I was suffering for 10 years seasonal allergy. I had to be like on medication every day, like for 4 months in a year, with a lot of nasal drops and eye drops. It's been 2 years. I experimented enough, and for past from 2022 till date, I'm not taking any more medicine. So this is like my experimentation, and I experiment on my career too, like my day-to-day professional life. As Chandra sir mentioned that we are all like internally connected. All are at soul level. We are all internally connected. So that's how I maintain our the relationships with the coworkers and implement gratitude every day. I'm enjoying my personal, professional, and family life. Yeah. So going forward, I would share furthermore. Thank you all for
Thank
this opportunity.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience, ma'am. It's very good to know that you are not taking any medicines from 2022 and your experiments with meditation. Thanks for sharing your experience, ma'am. Friends, anyone wants to ask any questions, please raise your hand so that we'll unmute you. Okay, sir. Shrikant, sir. I'll just provide you, unmute you. Yeah, sir. You can unmute yourself now.
Hi, my name is Shrikant. I have tried meditation using different apps and you know uh, in different venues and things like that. I keep trying. This is my latest try, one could say that. And every time I try, I get very uh, easily dispirited by the interrupting thoughts and my inability to not stray into the path of thoughts. I I it's I have an interrupting thought, and for some reason my mind goes after it, and I suddenly realize, oh my God, I'm chasing my thoughts, and I have to come back, and then within a few seconds, and it's a little. I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little negative. That's not my intention. Uh, it's just that I hope this time around I'll have better quote unquote success. That's all. Thank you.
What is success, sir?
I don't know, sir. Uh, being able to focus on my breath without getting interrupted and without chasing after thoughts is what probably I would call as success.
That's a misunderstanding then.
Okay.
So The success is that we are able to come and sit for meditation. Success is that you are, when thoughts come, then you're bringing your attention back to the breath. When you realize, that's all. How many times thoughts come is not in your hand.
Yeah.
Without distracting that I should be able to sit down there, it'll happen over a period of practice. It can take 20 years. And after 20 years, the distraction will always be there too. Okay.
Okay.
So the only thing we need to do is to recognize and know that going into empty states is not in our hand, not in our hand. What's in our hand is starting with the breath, and then when thoughts are there, bringing attention back to the breath. This is in our hand. This we can train
Okay.
ourselves.
Okay.
Okay. So that's also. So then you're already here back, and so the way you would, however, measure yourself is my life improving? Is my self developing in many aspects, right? Physical health, emotional health, your intelligence, and ability to do things, your manifestation abilities, thoughts creating reality, attracting things, your purpose, you feel like you're doing something good and satisfied. All these areas you have to see for yourself.
Yes, sir.
And that's all. I'm sure that those will be sufficient improvements will be there in those areas. Right? Because ultimately that's what we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Who else? Yes, Malishri, madam.
Thank you, sir. Before you joined, I shared my experience.
Right.
Thank you for one more opportunity, friends. Thank you so much, sir. This is my honor and privilege to shower gratitude and rejoin like Buddha CEO 21-day program. Sir, I was successfully able to manifest my dream job, and I'm thoroughly enjoying and introducing meditation at work. So thank you so much for all your guidance. And we are looking forward to host a manifestation workshop in Des Moines, Iowa this year. So we wanted to work with you. And before that intense retreat, by the time you are here, we started introducing this concept to people and bringing the awareness and taking some sessions so that when you are here, we want everyone to utilize your energy and the concept deeper. So at this moment, we are just introducing to the extent we are aware of.
Very nice. You are aware of a lot of things. So I'm sure what you're going to do will benefit many, many people in many ways. So please keep doing it.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Can you say, so I think Kiranmaya madam is reaching out, right? So they're all
Yes.
to it. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, please do it. My trip, as the dates become more certain, then we'll plan this appropriately into it.
Who is the to-go person, sir, for us to be getting
Ramesh.
to know the... Okay.
Ramesh there.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Thank you so much, sir. As usual, I joined little late, but the minute I joined the session till you said like open your eyes, like the energy flow was tremendous. So thank you so much. I'm always connected to your energies and to you, and the deepest gratitude, sir.
Wonderful, madam. That's great. Sometime please do update me and what activities are going on in your area.
Yes, sir. We are consistently like in 2022, I was the only one started meditating, and I'm doing every night like Zoom sessions, and every week or bi-weekly we are doing in-person sessions. So slowly, like we are doing for teenagers, we're doing for kids, we're doing for adults. So slowly we are catching up, sir. I will definitely give a call, and there are much more guidance I definitely need.
Awesome.
So we have a PSSM Iowa, a smaller group, sir. So it's going well.
Yes, anyway, small group will become big group in no time before you
Yes,
realize.
sir. So this year I'm coming to your retreat, Mount Shasta. So I'm manifesting that. I'm seeing me there with you
Okay, great. Then I will
and
also
my
start.
family. Yeah,
I-
myself, my entire family, myself and 2 teenagers and my
Okay,
spouse.
very nice. Sure, madam. We'll plan. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you. Okay, Roja madam, good to see you. Coming back as a facilitator here. Okay. Right, folks, if there are no questions, then we'll conclude it here. Tomorrow, you can plan to interact more well, closely. Okay? Yes.
Ma'am, unmute yourself, Roja ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, madam. You're going to be in this second batch, in third batch.
Yeah, I'm in third batch, sir.
Okay, okay, good.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. I'm very happy for this session, and many people will be attending this session and having a great bliss of meditation.
Very nice. That's great. You can talk to our team to see who
Yes,
are
sir.
ready for batch 3,
Yes, sir.
and you can encourage them to join the WhatsApp group.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Want to be there in this batch, you can encourage them to join the WhatsApp. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yes, Radhini, I think we can conclude.
Yes, sir, we can conclude. No, I hope no sharings from the participants. No? So, friends, we all will meet on tomorrow 5:30 p.m. IST again for batch 3 meditation. See you all on tomorrow. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Bye, masters.